Hello, hello. Forgot to change my picture. Oh well. Hey Greg, hey Mean One, hey Jay, hey Cosmic. Welcome. How is everybody? Hey Adam. So what is everybody up to? Got a new webcam, I just haven't got it set up yet. So hopefully when I do, that'll take care of our other camera issue. We shall see. I know you're working, you're always working. I'm just waiting for the day that I see a news article that says an airplane fell out of the sky because the mechanic was paying attention to a coin channel. That's dedication right there. All right, I'm going to give it a few more minutes, then we'll get going. Hey, Westside. I haven't had a chance to look for the pennies you asked about yet, but I do remember. Hey, Hidden. Yeah, as soon as I get a chance, I'll look at what I've got sitting here and see if I've got them. I got a ton of pennies here. I honestly rarely ever look at them. They just sit on a shelf. I probably have very few pennies compared to some people out there. I'm sure some people out there probably have just like boxes and shelves and more boxes. Heck, I still gotta get my desk cleared. I still haven't even done that. I have all kinds of stuff on my desk right now that needs to get finished. Tough coin to stack. Okay, 2 more minutes. Then I'll get my beginning stuff out the way. Yeah, I got stuff on my desk that I forget what's on it. Because there's just piles. Don't forget to. Hey, regardless what they are, you try running 2 businesses by yourself and see how well you do it. I'm sure to you my life seems like a dream, but I don't get time off, dude. Ever. I get on a good week, I'll get 15 hours of actually genuinely spending time with Angela. The rest of the time we're either both working or I'm working or whatever. I'll get the... Alright, for anybody new, payments made via PayPal, use cheapskatecoins at gmail.com and use goods and services only, please. We also have Cash App using the same email, cheapskatecoins at gmail.com. If you use Cash App, it will say Louis Gachera. That's me. You are in the right place. Shipping is $6 to $23. $6 being the purple bubble mailers, $23 being a large flat rate box. There's a $35 registration charge if you want your package sent registered. That's on top of the normal price. Having package sent registered is the only way you can insure coins through the mail. I've been forgetting to mention this, but I want to throw it out there. We do not ship international. We will ship to any of the outer territories. So, Puerto Rico, Guam, Northern Marianas Islands, any of those, because those still qualify as U.S. addresses, but we do not ship international. You can't get stuff tonight. You just have to send us an email if you're new. You just have to send us an email by the end of the night. The email has to have your personal info, shipping info, your channel name, which payment method you're going to use, and what email you use for that payment method. If we don't get that email by the end of the night, you will not get anything, and we never send anything without payment. We do hold packages. If anybody wants your package held, make sure you email me and say, hold my package. If you say it in chat and I forget, that's your fault. That's why I said email me. Even when I do catch it in chat, I still tell people email me, and they never do. Until they're like, I didn't get my package yet. Do you have the shipping? I'm like, I didn't know I was supposed to send it. All right, here is our Facebook link. If you're on Facebook, give us a follow. The lot list is on there. It is the top post. We put our lot list on there every time we have a sale. The day of the sale, it will go up about an hour, hour and a half before the start time of the sale. So you'll be able to see what we got going on. We also have a mailing list. If you want to be on the mailing list, shoot us an email, cheapskatecoins@gmail.com, and say, add me to the mailing list. If you're on the mailing list, you will get the lot list a few days before every sale, and you have the ability to pre-purchase items as soon as you get that email. Just remember, it is first come, first serve. So if you see something you want, don't wait. Grab it. And just keep in mind, pre-sales do have to be paid for the evening before the sale, unless you make prior arrangements with us first. We know that, paydays land weird. Some of you are on fixed incomes, all that kind of thing. We're always willing to work with you guys. Also, if you're new or if you've never done it, make sure you guys actually read our stuff in the description, because it has all of the rules and regulations and policies and this and that on there. It's on there every week, so nobody could ever say, I didn't know. Read the description. It's been in there every week. Alrighty. Oh, speaking of all of the packages from last week, for everybody that was getting sent out, your packages are all going out tomorrow. But they're all sealed, so if you had a package going out and you hadn't already started another one, you're going to be starting a new one. Alright, let's kick this thing off. Alright, Confederate banknote went in pre-sale, so we are starting off with the 1944 half mark uncirculated Germany World War II Allied military note. Over $5. Nice, pretty, uncirculated. Anybody? Go to mean one. The thing I find fascinating about uncirculated banknotes, can you think of any other piece of paper that you can keep looking this good for that long? Other than a collectible banknote? Because I can't. Anything else I have on paper, give it long enough, it's going to end up crumbled. All right, 1944 2 franc went in pre-sale. So our next banknote tonight. This one is a better banknote for the banknote collecting community out there. This is a 1952 one Guarani from Paraguay, uncirculated. It is going for $15. I've seen these things going online for as high as like $30, $40 for uncirculated. It's certainly the first time we've ever had one. Anybody? All right, moving on. All right, next one up, we got two available. These are 1961 50 kroners from Iceland. Both uncirculated at $7 each. Some Viking money right here. Not tonight, but I did get some more in, and they'll be in next week. I got like 7 more in. There's 2 of the green seals and like I think 5 of the reds. By the way, these are sequential. 02758608 and 607. So if anybody decides you want both of them, they are sequential notes. And I just realized I put the wrong price on them. Oops. All right, moving on. Since nobody grabbed that, I'm going to fix that. Are they each different? No, they're the same banknote. They're just sequential serial numbers. So I fixed the price on them, though. When I do my spreadsheets, I have 2 columns. I have the price we paid and then the price that we're charging. And I accidentally flipped those on this one, so. For later on, that's the real price. But we're moving on anyway. Couple of oldies coming up. 1913 1 peso. This is from the Mexican state of Chihuahua. The PS553 is the catalog number for this note. I happened to find it, so I put it on there. This is an oldie. Nothing on the back. I know right there it looks like it's ripped. It's not. This note was made very weird. It's like layered. Did we see it? No, it was invisible. Yes, we saw it. Thank you, sir. But if you look at the back, it's not ripped. It's like a weird layer thing. That's a folded over layer. It's weird how they made these. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to whack the camera. Look. That is folded over. So this is like a multi-layer banknote. A weird way that they made this thing. All right, we are moving on. Next up, $19.15, 5 pesos, revolutionary note from Mexico. It's an extremely fine, upside down, over $8. Going to mean one. Gratzer. All right. And the last two banknote lots that we've got tonight. Hey, monkey. This is a 3 banknote uncirculated uncut sheet of 2002 50 sums from Kyrgyzstan. Oop, hang on. Just I caught that one right away. Accidentally flipped it on this one too. There we go. Kind of hard to show. There we go. So yeah, these are uncut sheets, 3 banknotes. $12 each, or if anybody wants both, I'll do both for 20. And something kind of cool about these. 46, 47. 746, 47. Kind of cool. So it's 8746, 8747. There we go. 747, 746. And then the top one, 647 and 6746. So these are actually from the same sheets too. Or the same runs. So when those were cut, they would have been on there like that. Then you'd have 746, 7747, 8746, 8747, 6746, and 6747. But last call. They're very cool pieces. All right, moving on. To medallions. Picking up medallions tonight. These are the Vatican City large pewter high relief medallions. You're going for $8. We have two of them in, but they're different designs. So this is the first one. Please what? Ah. Right, and then here is the other one. Same offers. But this is the reverse on the second one. If anybody wants both, I'll do both for 12. Saves you $4. Lowest price I could do on them. All right, moving on. Next up is from 1962, and it is a 1962 W. Seattle World's Fair $1 trade medallion in BU. It's actually got, you can see right under the date, it's actually got the W mint mark. So this thing was made at West Point. So this was good for $1 in trade if you were at the 62 World Fair. Going to mean one. Good rat, sir. All right, next up. This is National Organization for Women 125th Anniversary. Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth G. Stanton Bronze Proof Medallion. This one's going for $6. 2 hidden. Gratzer. All right, next up, we got 2 of these available. (1972) George Washington American Revolution Bicentennial Medallion. Still in the envelope. Two available. $4 each. First day of issue. Back when a postage stamp was 8 cents. So, 1972 is when these were made, because that is the postmark for this thing. First day of issue. Anybody? $4 each. Hey, Cindy. All right, moving on. All right, next one up, we also have two, or actually we have 3 available. These are the 1973 Samuel Adams and Patrick Henrys. Again, still in the envelopes, first day of issue. Some Boston Tea Party stamps. Hey, honey. Must be the cherry tree on the back. That's what I figured, too. 3 available. All right, moving on. And then last medallion, 1975. Paul Revere. All right, moving on. All right, next up. This is one of the better years of this collection. Hey, Sandigger. This is the 1994 Silver Eagle BU. That's one of the better dates. $45. Going to Adam Jam. Congrats, sir. All right. This next item is really cool. Hey, see him? Yeah, I forgot to change the picture for tonight. I probably could have priced this thing higher, but whatever. This is a mixed years BU set of coins from East Germany. This is before East and West broke up. So these are East Germany. Got so much glare I can't even get that one to show on the camera. Kinda. Anybody? It's only $4. Going to Greg. Congrats, sir. It's one of those pain in the butts if you have a bunch of like loose German coins. You have to figure out if they're from that time period. You have to go through and figure out which ones are east and which ones are west. All right, next up. This one's an oldie. $17.74 one do it from Holland. Hand hammered and going to Greg. Do you want to see it? Check that out. Congrats, sir. All right, finally got another one of these in. I know there's more of you that have been wanting one. This is 1835 to 1870, 100 Mon. Tempo Shudo era, going to Greg. Samurai Cash. And it's in a Rick Snow holder. Congrats, Greg. All right, next one we got is a rarity. 1,420 of these ever existed in the world. 1977 One Crown Turks and Caicos Proof Decam. $15. Hey, Richard. Going to Richard. Can't ban all. There was only one. Not entirely surprised this is when Richard popped up. I wonder if it was planned because of what's coming up next. All right, we got next up 2 of these available. Both in Rick Snow holders. 253 to 268 AD Rome, Bronze Follis Gallienus. $35 each. Both going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Well, they're not worth more because there's so many of them. That's why a lot of the bronze coins from back then aren't worth, more than like 30, 40. In some really good cases, if they're like really, really good condition, maybe a bit over 100, is because there were just millions upon millions upon millions of them that were minted, and they found most of them. Next up, 270 AD Rome. This is a bronze Antoninus Domitianus II. I hate that name. $35. Going to Richard. I'd like to eventually get a gold one. That would be cool. Next up, 1937 or 1930 337. There we go. 337 to 361.80 Rome Constantius II. Bronze Fullis. $35 to Richard. Or Constantius. There we go. That's how you say it. Constantius. All right, and the last of these, 367 to 370, or 364 to 378, Valens. Bronze Centenalis. From the Lugdunum Mint. $35. Going to Richard. I'm surprised that was not higher with the condition it's in. That one looks pretty darn good. All right, we're on to World Silver. So the one Netherlands coin went in pre-sale. So we are kicking off on Canada. Canada. I have a key day coming up in Canada's. Yeah, I watch tons of documentaries on Roman history and Egyptian history and basically that whole region. I love ancient history. I love learning about it. All right, kicking off Canada is a 1943 10 cents. Upside down. 80% silver, extremely fine, toned, $4. Some World War II era silver there. Moving on to the 1946 AU. It's also got toning on it. Going for $5. Well, Constantinople was Rome. And then later became the capital of the Byzantine Empire when the other side of Rome collapsed. All right, moving on. Next up, we got two of these available, but they're different grades. One's an EF, one's an AU. These are 1960s. The EF is $3. The AU is $4. Both 80% silver. Yep. And here's the AU one. Glare. All right, moving on. Next up is 1964. This one's an AU going for $4. By the way, anybody holding out for the 8 real, it went in pre-sale. I figure I should probably let everybody know that if you're trying to hold off and save your money, it's gone. I rarely will ever have one of those make it to a stream. All right, moving on. Oh, we had 2 of those. Well, nobody wanted the first one, so. All right, here. You wanted them on and lucked out on the do it? You did. And then you said you had to get back to work and you've been here since. Liar! All right, next up, quarters. Kicking off is the 1929. This one's in a VG, $6. You extended your lunch. Must be nice to be allowed to just extend your lunch just because. So no, I'm taking a longer lunch. Get a little closer on these. Focus, come on. Sorry if I'm giving anybody motion sickness. There you go. Now you can see it better. $6. 1929, King George the Older. All right, moving on to 1940 VF for $5. All right, moving on. $1941 VF for $5. You're all 80% silver. All right, moving on to the 44 VF for $5. All right, moving on to the 50 VF for $5. Man, no love for Canada tonight, huh? All right, moving on to the 52 VF for $5. All right, moving on to the 57 VF for 5. All right, moving on to the 62 VF for 5. All right, moving on. And the last quarter, 65 BU, $6. Got a little bit of toning spot starting. Glare. All right, moving on. All right, here's my first big deal for tonight. If anybody wants all 9 of the quarters. I will go 36 bucks. That makes them all a flat $4 each, which saves you $11. All 9 quarters, 36 bucks. And Richard's taking that deal. Congrats, sir. All right. Who wants to see a key date? Give me a sec. Well, I'm going to show you guys one anyway, even though nobody said yes. I'd like to see a key date. All right, next item up is 1871, 50 cents from Canada, 925 sterling silver. Only 45,000 of these were minted. It is a key date. It is graded by Mr. Rick Snow and going for 80 bucks. And going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Next up is the 1940 50 center from Canada. 80% silver, extremely fine. Bit of toning on it, going for 12 bucks. Alright, moving on. And last coin from Canada. $1967 Goose Dollar. BU and toned, 25 bucks. Normally I do these for 28. But I got a good price on this one, so somebody better take advantage of that $3 difference. Going to Richard. Congrats, sir. All right, next up we have one coin from Switzerland tonight. It is the 1931 half franc. 83.5% silver, extremely fine, $5. Upside down. Going to Richard. Congrats, sir. All right. Next up, we got a few from Britain tonight. Got 1933 sixpence, 50% silver. VF for $4. He's got that hoopty internet, lets him be fast. All right, moving on. Next one up, this thing is gorgeous. 1944 sixpence choice BU. Going for $20. Look at that. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous coin. Anybody? All right, move on. Not sure somebody'd want that one. All right, 1941 shilling went in pre-sale, so we are on to the 1922 florin. This one is in a VG going for $8. Excuse me. All right, moving on. All right, that was the 22 florin. This is the 42 florin is up next. This one's in an AU, $12. A nice piece for anybody who likes that World War II silver. Nice looking AU. And CM is bidding the 44 6-pence. Congrats, sir. Hey, CM, here in a sec. Do you want to see your real that you bought? All right, moving on. Last one from Britain, 44 half crown AU, 25 bucks. All right, moving on. All right, we got one coin from Australia tonight. I'm going to let CM see his 8 real that he got for me. 1959 shilling from Australia. 50% silver, VF, $3. All right, moving on. All right. Here is CM Silver's coin. You guys can't buy it. He already did. This would have been the next one on the list. $17.78 MJ 8 real from Lima, Peru in AU. Graded by Rick Snow. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous coin. And CM is now the proud owner of this coin. You are very welcome, sir. Kongtat. All right, next up we got some USA Philippines. Kicking off with 1944D. This one's 75% silver AU for $4. 10 centavos. $75 silver. Going to mean one. Congrats, sir. All right, next one comes with a bonus. Just a little something from me to say thank you to you guys. Because why not? All right, 1903, 20 centavo, USA, Philippines, in a Rick Snow holder. Extremely fine, 70% silver, 75% silver, sorry, 40 bucks. Whoever buys this is also getting, as a little bonus from me, the 1903 half centavo. And going to Richard. Congrats, sir. I wrote on there so you know. It says extra gift. All right. The 1910 S went in pre-sale, so the final one of these. You're very welcome. 1919 S, 20 centavo. 75% silver in fine in a Rick Snow holder. Going for 20 bucks. Going to Richard. Congrats, sir. All right, next up, we have one Indian cent available tonight. And it is the very first one. 1859 in VG. Going for 18 bucks. Very first year of the series. $18.58 was the Flying Eagle. Anybody? I thought sure somebody would have wanted that. All right, moving on. All right, Civil War token went in pre-sale, so we are on to the 1909 Lincoln Wheat Cent. This is the no VDB version. It is in a fine for $4. Might be a low VF, but I want to play it safe, so I put it as a fine. First year of the Wheaties. Here, how about this? I'll do a little first year thing here. First year Indian, first year Wheat Cent. Oh, West Side's grabbing the wheat cent. Never mind. I can't do a little thing now. Congrats, West Side. All right, and 75S already went in pre-sale, also to West Side. All right, next up, 2009 Formative Years BU Bankroll. Philadelphia Mint. Going to Jay. Stop. Stop what? That was a demon? No, I specifically said it was a Philadelphia. So you don't want it? Okay. Alright, so that 2009 is still available. And going to Mean One now. Congrats to Mean One. There's no such thing as having too many of the BU rolls. Doesn't matter if you have 50 of them, 100. Doesn't matter. All right, next up. I've got 3 of these available. These are Philadelphia Mint Presidency BU rolls. $5 each. And all 3 going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Oh, all right. We are giving 1 to Mean One. Congrats, Mean One. So 2 to Richard, 1 to Mean One. All right. Next up, this one we have 4 available. These are the D's for the presidency, the Denver Mint. And go to Jay. Jay's grabbing all 4. Jay beat you to that one, Richard. All right, next up, we've got 4 of these available tonight. We had 5, but 1 went in pre-sale. These are 2017 Philadelphia's. The only year they ever put the P mint mark on the coin. And these are going to Richard. Congrats, sir. All right, next up, this is just a little for fun lot for somebody if they might want it. This is 4 beat up 2 centers for 20 bucks. And going to Richard. It's not bad, even a beat up coin. $5 for a 2 center. Can't complain. All right. Next up, we have a good one. 1865 Fancy 5. And a VG going for 18 bucks. Going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Stay. All right. Next up. It is rare that we ever actually get these things in. 1852 silver 3 cent. VG 60 bucks. $75 silver 3 center. Going to Richard. Congrats, sir. And then we'll follow that up by a nickel version. 1865. Nickel 3 cent. This one's in a fine 25 bucks. And going to Richard. Congrats, sir. Alrighty. Here comes another key date. $1841 seated half dime. 200 estimated survival in all grades are left in the world on this coin. Going for 75 bucks. Be one of only 200 estimated people that can own one of these. And going to Richard. Congrats, sir. I don't know if you guys saw on the back of that when I flipped it over or not, but the list price on that coin was $125. Next up, 1883 No Sense AU. It's got some cool toning on it. Going for 40 bucks. I don't know if the camera will let you see the toning, but the back of this thing looks really cool. Running off the doggies. Going to Richard. I'm going to try the scope real quick, see if it'll show it. Sorta. Can you guys kind of see the color? You got orange up around the top edge, some yellow splash down at the bottom, and then kind of a blue-green filling in the rest. It looks pretty cool. Rainbow. Alright, next up, we got some proof knickers. So these are all going to be $3 each. War nickel went in pre-sale. Kicking off these 70S. $3. That one's still got some cameo. Anybody at $3? 1970S. Proof nickel. All right, moving on. Next one, we got two available from the Westward Journey series. 2004S Keel Boats, Proof Deep Cam, $3 each. White on black right there. Anybody? All right, moving on to the 2004 Piece Metal. Also two available, $3 each. All right, moving out. Also two available, 2005 Western Waters. Proof Deep Cams, $3 each. Also known as the Ocean in View. I don't know why it says Western Waters Piece Metal. It's just supposed to say Western Waters. Fix that on that sheet real quick because I didn't even realize that until just now. All right, moving on. And the last two of these, We got a couple of the buffaloes. If anybody wants all 9, I'll do all 9 for 18 bucks. That saves you 9 bucks. Makes them 2 bucks each. And Richard's taking that deal. Hey, fishing fool. Richard beat you on that one. And fishing fool, to be able to get anything, you have to email me your personal info, shipping info, channel name. If you're going to use PayPal or Cash App, and what email you use for that, or you cannot get anything. Yeah. Next up, 1854 arrows at date, seated Liberty dime in VG, 30 bucks. Anybody? I could go 24. Can you do 24? Awesome. All right, going to Richard, 24. Congrats, sir. Next up, $1,900 barber dime, 90% silver, VG, 7 bucks. Any takers? Awesome. Thank you, sir. You are good to go. Keep in mind, if you do get anything, shipping is $6 to $23. $6 is like the little bubble mailers. $23 is a large flat rate box. And we do hold packages for people if you want to maximize your shipping. Just tell us to hold your package till you fill it up. But email us if you want it held, because if I forget, that's why you email us. All right, moving on. Next up, $2007 Roosevelt dime. This is the satin finish. Mint State 68 full band. PCGS. 18 bucks. That is a pretty coin. And go to Adam Jam. Congrats, Adam. That reminds me, I had a couple of bonus items tonight. I gotta grab them. I'll do them after the dimes. Give me one sec. I'm arranging goods here. All right. Right, next up, (2010) Proof Deep Cam, Proof 69 Deep Cam, graded by PCGS, 10 bucks. Going to Adam. Congrats, sir. Adam beat you, Richard. Next up is the 11. PCGS Proof 69. This one's going to Richard. Congrats, sir. All right, and then next after that, (2013) Proof 69 Decam, 10 bucks. Going to West Side. Congrats, West Side. Left side beat you both out. Could I show you your what? (2014). This one's a Proof 690 cam first strike. Going for 12 bucks to Adam. Congrats, sir. '95 Civil War. You have an 1863 Civil War one that you got from this list. You don't have a 95. If that was something you got on Thursday, that's already in a package. I'd have to dig it out. Speaking of which, don't forget, you still got to pay for your stuff from Thursday. All right, and last of these. $2019. Proof 69 decam first strike. 12 bucks. Okay, you guys both hit at like exactly the same time. But I got Adam Jam on top on my screen, so I got to give it to Adam. Can only go off my screen, but that was like instant, almost. All right. Completely forgot about these. These are awesome. I'm going to do them real quick, though. Kick in my old webcam here for a minute. Hopefully it'll work. So here, it's working for right now. Did you? Hang on. Hang on, guys. Give me a sec. I gotta double check an email real quick, because if I... Did I miss that? Sorry for the hold up. I need to double check this, because if Jay wanted that, I gotta make sure I get it proper. Okay, it's on there. Did I put it on the thing? Yep, I completely missed that one, Jay. I'm sorry. So I didn't charge you for it. But I'll put your name on it right now, because I accidentally missed it. I apologize for that. Your name is on it. And yeah, I will show it to you when we get to it. so you can see it. No, you didn't. You got charged for the 1863 Civil War token, which was $30, and then shipping for your new package was $10.50, which equaled up to $40.50. So I will invoice you for it with the stuff that you got here during the stream, but your name is on it. Sand Diggers, yes, yours is going out. If you get anything, it's going to start a new package. You got lucky, and actually Stack Deck reminded me that you were the one that said ship during the stream and never ended up emailing me. So, all right. All right, I got 2 of these available. They come in a white box. And these are actually slab boxes. It holds 15 slabs. Yeah, these will fit NGC and PCGS. $15 each. I got 2 of these available. So if anybody wants one of those, let me know. Yeah, the 18.3 Indian Head Civil War token. Yes, you did order that. That's what you paid for. Okay, no, you didn't. Wait a minute. Hang on. Looking at the email right now. It's all looped together with everybody else's, so I have to hunt down all the different stuff. Okay, yeah, my bad. I think I just saw Civil War, and then when I eventually got to the list to put it on there, I put the wrong one. So, $25 on that one. Civil War token was... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Civil War token was $30. So, the stuff that you get during the stream today, you'll have a $5 credit from what you paid already. So that way it all ends up right. All right. We always get there in the end. We get it all fixed. All right, so take that off. Put that on. All right. So that means the Civil War token, guys, is still available. Let me find it real quick. Putting a note next to you, Jay, real quick. $5 credits. All right. All fixed. Fixed it and fixed it and fixed it. No, I just charged you for the wrong coin. Because I'm an idiot. All right, so yeah, so if anybody wants one of those cool slab boxes, let me know. 15 bucks each. If anybody wants both of them, I'll give you a better deal if you get both. Oh no, I assure you, Hidden, I am. I've put milk away in an oven before. CM, you are in a padded mailer and you're at about 85%. I have only done that once at least. Okay, so the Civil War token is actually still available then. So let me jump back to that real quick. Since I messed up. So it's an 1863. It's the Indian head, not 1 cent. Civil War token. It's in VF. Has a bit of a scratch on the reverse. So it's priced as a fine at 30 bucks. Just that little scratch right over there on the right side. That's all that's wrong with it, or this thing would be 50 bucks. Anybody? I can do 25 on it, Phil. Going to Philip for 25. Congrats, sir. You are welcome, sir. What's not 1 cent me? That means they didn't want to get in trouble for being a copy of an Indian cent, because then that would have been counterfeiting. So they changed the design a little bit and they made sure to call it the not 1 cent. So if there wasn't the scratches right there, the word not would have been right there. You can just barely see it. The bottom of the letters. That's what the scratch is. So you can just barely see the bottom of the letters where it said not. So that's what that is. I need your card. Westside, if you wanted both, I'll do both for 20 bucks. It makes them 10 bucks each if you get both. Hayden, I do see your question. I just don't have time to talk about it right now. Cindy, are you bidding those 2 boxes? The 2 slab boxes? Yeah, alright. Going to Cindy. Alright, where the heck did we leave off? Before all that craziness. 2019 dime. That's where we left off. Alright, we're on quarters. All caught up now. You're behind. Give it a refresh. Or if you just look down where the play bar is, there's a button that you can hit that says live. If it doesn't have a red dot next to it, click it, and that'll bring you to live. All right, 1853, Arrows and Rays. Sheet of Liberty quarter, 90% silver, VG, 35 bucks. Oh, yeah. Cindy grabbed him. Oh, no love for the seeded quarter, huh? All right, moving on. I went ahead and to answer your question finally, my second favorite series. Oh, do I have the camera on again? Did I never switch it? My bad. There we go. My second favorite series is the trade dollars, but I don't actually own one. Because I can't afford to own one. There we go. Sorry about that. 35 bucks. I know, I watched it. Anybody? Arrows and rays. See the Liberty Quarter. Alright, moving on. To the 1916D. Barber Quarter in VF. $30. Which one stood out to me? Oh, I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched it. I'm guessing it was probably the Carson City. This one's going to Richard. All right, next up. $19.25 Standing Liberty Quarter VG for $12. Yeah, hopefully someday I'll be financially well enough that I can get a cart and actually get the trade dollars that I don't have to end up selling to you guys. That'd be nice. All right, moving on. All right, I've got to use the restroom real quick, and Angela's at work, so I'm going to be taking a quick break. I will be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Alrighty, back to quarters. Hey, Bo. Right. Stacks upside down. Let's flip that over. Alright, next up, 2005 Denver. California State Quarter. Satin finish. ICG 69. $12. First day of issue. Anybody? All right, moving on. And then the Philly version of that coin for $12. ICG SP69, first day of issue, $12. And these are the satins, which means that these are the ones that had a really low mintage. All right, moving on. All right, next up is the Philadelphia, Kansas 2005 Satin Quarter. SP69, first day of issue. All right, moving on. Surprised Richard's not snagging these things up. He usually snags up everything for slabs. All right, next up. ...2005 Denver, West Virginia. ICG SP69, first day of issue. $12. All right, moving on. And the next one is the Philly version of that one. All right, moving on. Next up, 2005 Philly, Minnesota. First day of issue, satin finish, SP69. All right, moving on. And the last one of these, 2005 Philly, Oregon. Oregon State. All right, moving on. If anybody decides you want to, let me know. Alrighty, $50. Kicking off $50. 1854 arrows at date. Seated Liberty half and good, $50. That's a half doll. Half of a doll. All right, moving on. This is one of the betters for the Barber Half Series. 1912 San Francisco. This one's in a good for 30 bucks. Man, nobody wants a seated half or a barber half. All right. Moving on. How about a 1942 Walking Liberty half? BU. 50 bucks. All right, moving on. How about a 1961 Denver Franklin half, an extremely fine for 10 bucks. What is melt on these right now? $8.36 basically. So that's less than $2 over melt. Wow, nobody wants a Franklin half dollar at $1.64 over melt. All right, moving on. Yeah, it's 10 bucks. That's the price on it, 10 bucks. Unless you're still behind. Franklin half dollar, 1961 Denver is 10 bucks. That's $1.64 over melt. Do you want it? All right, well, next one is 1964 Denver Kennedy half dollar BU, 18 bucks. Anybody? Mean one's taking the Franklin Gratzer. Oops, not that one. The Franklin. Anybody on the Kennedy? All right, moving on. Next up is the 1976 Philly and Denver Kennedy half dollars. Little BU set for $3. That's the Philly. Oh, it's a half dollar and a quarter. Sorry. It's a Philly half and a quarter Denver. My bad. I labeled that wrong. $3. Oh, I just forgot to put the quarter. There we go. Now it's right. All right, moving on. You know, mean one, unless you're sending all those friends and family, you're just costing more in PayPal fees. All right, next up. $1982 San Francisco, Washington, 50-cent Proof Ultra, or Proof 69 Ultra Cameo, 90% silver, half dollar, $25. Graded by NGC. And going to Jay. Congrats, Jay. Next up, 1986, San Francisco. Statue of Liberty half dollar, NGC Proof 69, Ultra Cameo, $10. And going to the fishing pool. Good rats. How to get your feet wet. All right, Jay, here is yours that you got in the pre-sale. That's your Civil War one. So there you go. Now you got to see it. Next up. $1921 Denver Morgan Dollar BU. $65. Beautiful toning. Got like antique toning on the front there. No toning on the back. Just pretty luster on the back. $65. Anybody? Your tiny little S mint mark is right there. Anybody who's possibly never seen one? You never know. All right, moving on. A little closer on the obverse. Okay, moving on. To the 1921 S. Jim AU, graded by Rick Snow. Going for $50. No love for the Morgans. All right, moving on. To a 1923 Denver Peace Dollar. It says AU tone, 55 bucks. That weirdness right there that you're seeing, that's not scratching, that's toning. It just looks weird under the camera. You can almost kind of see it right there. This camera hates showing colors. It really does. At least on coins. All right, moving on. Got 5 lots left. Yeah, you need to get some other dates going. 1975 Type 1 Ike dollar BU clad. For anybody who doesn't know how to tell the types, the letters are regular looking letters. That means it's a Type 1. If they're the big blocky letters, then it's a Type 2. That Ikes are the only ones you can do it on. You can't do it on Kennedys or quarters. You can only tell the difference on Ikes. Anybody $3? All right, moving on to a 77 Denver BU Ike for $3. All right, moving on. Man, no love for dollar coins. Next up, 1980 Philadelphia Susan B. Anthony Gem BU, $25. This thing is gorgeous. All right, moving on to the 2010 Proof Sacagaway $1. $5. Going to the fishing pool. Congrats, sir. All right, Last coin, 2014, San Francisco Sacagawea. Proof dollar. $5. Then we'll hit the recap. All right, moving on. All right, recap. I'll do you both for 8. I'm fine with that. Both going to fishing for 8. You got it. All right. Banknotes. Here are the banknotes that are still available. Anybody have any interest in those? Oh, and then the 2 uncut sheets that were actually I showed when we first ran them. They're part of the same sheet. So it's 2 sheets of 3 banknotes uncut, and they both came from the same really big one. Well, this is the recap, Richard. I'll show stuff on it if anybody says that they're interested in seeing it again. So does anybody want any of those banknotes or want to see them again? All right, medallions. We got both of the Vatican City medallions are still available. They're different designs. Both of the 72 George Washington American Revolution. All 3 of the 1973 Sam Adams. And the 75 Paul Revere. Anybody interested in those? All right, all the Canada dimes are still available. 1946, 2 1960s, and 2 64s. All right, the Canada 1940 50-cent EF is still available. For Britain, 1933 sixpence is still available. 1922 florin, 42 florin, and the 1944 half crown. Anything on the Britons? All right, 1959 shilling Australia is still available. That's the last of the world silver coins that are still available. All right, 1959 Indian cent VG. 18 bucks. Anybody want to see that one again? All right, 1900 barber dime. VG for 7 bucks. $18.53 arrows and rays seated Liberty quarter VG. Oh, you want to see the barber dime? Barber dime. 1900 barber dime VG. $7. Have a good night, Hidden. Going to fishing pool. Good right, sir. All right, 1853 arrows and rays seated Liberty quarter. It's in a VG, 35 bucks. All right, 1925 Standing Liberty quarter VG for 12 bucks. All right, all 7 of the 2005 ICG graded state quarters are still available. They're 12 bucks each. It's the Denver, California, Philly, California, Philadelphia, Kansas, the Denver, West Virginia, Philadelphia, West Virginia, the Philadelphia, Minnesota, and the Philadelphia, Oregon. Those are the satin finish first day of issue coins. ICG SP69s. Yep, these are the quarters. You want them all? All right, all the quarters going to Richard. I was surprised you didn't grab him the first time through him. I guess you stepped away. All right, 1854 arrows a date, seated Liberty $50 in good, $50. Yes, sir, you can. I just gotta find it real quick. This one is $50. You don't know? Okay, moving on. All right, next up, the 1912 San Francisco Barber quarter in good is still available for $30. That's fine. All good. Okay, 1942 Walking Liberty $50 BU, $50. I'll show this one again just because it's pretty. It's a gorgeous coin. Ah. $50. It's got some wiggle room on it. I could probably do like 45. Yeah, I can go 40. Because I like you. Going to Richard for 40. All right, and the last $half that was still available was the 64 Denver BU. This one's 18 bucks. Oh, I lied. All right. Then we've also got the little set. 76 Philly, BU Kennedy, and the 76 Denver quarter. This little set's $3. $3. All right, moving on. All right, next items that were still available: the 1921 Denver BU toned Morgan dollar. That's at 65 bucks. And that is some pretty toning. $65. I can't go that low on it. Lowest I could go would be 60 on that one. I'd lose money at 50. Sorry, man. But I can knock $5 off for 60. All right, cool. Going to Richard for 60. It's toning. It's got really cool toning on that obverse. It's like an antique to look. All right, and then the 21S8 Gem AU. This one's 50 bucks. If anybody wanted this one, it's still available. Graded by Rick Snoo. $50. Going to Richard. All right, and then the peach dollar. Still available. 23 Denver. AU toned. Again, I showed this before. The what looks like kind of like scratching right there is not. That's toning. If you find the right angle, sometimes you can get the coloring to show right there. It's just not wanting to right now, but that's actually all. Let me see if the scope will do it. you go. Focus. Kinda. It is really just not wanting to show it. But it's like little... You can kind of sort of see it right there. It's like little like brownish gold toning spots. But at any rate, I can go as low as $50 on this one if anybody wants it for 50. I can knock $5 off of it. I just wish it would show that coloring right in here instead of making it look like weird splotches. I could do 48. That'd be my break-even number. If you can come up $3, mean one. Can you meet me at 48? No? All right. Well, if anybody else wants it at $48, that's my rock bottom break even number. It's all good. Oh, Richard's taking the 48. Going to Richard for 48. All right, then the 2 Ike dollar BUs, $3 each. The 1975 Type 1, $3. And the 77 Denver, $3. Both are BUs. So anybody wants both, I'll do both for $4. It's double face value. Going to Fishing Fool for $4. All right, then the last coin that was still available was the 1980 Philadelphia Gem BU Susie B. Two more years, they'll get a lot of premiums. Price has already been going up. A full set of Ikes has gone up over $100 in like less than a year. I do have some wiggle room on this one if anybody wants to make an offer. But this is about the nicest 1980 I've seen. Anybody want to make an offer on it? All right, that was everything. Last call on it all. If anybody's wondering how far away from a sellout we are, we are $400 away. Be $400 for everything else that's left. Yep. And looking through things. Like the best discount I'd be able to do would be like, I could knock like $40 off. Have a good night, man. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Everybody have a great night. Thanks for coming out. Give me a little while to get the invoices out. Fishing Fool, thanks for popping in. Hopefully we'll see you again. Oh, Fishing Fool, do you want me to hold your package or send it out after you pay? Because you are going to be in a small flat rate. You are overweight for a bubble mailer. Thank you, Cosmic. I appreciate it. Send it out. All right. Yes, sir. Every Tuesday, unless something happens that I can't do it, in which case I let everybody know either through the mailing list or the Facebook page. But I am here every Tuesday and occasionally on Thursdays when I have like consignment sales or stuff. Like we did last week. All right, everybody have a great night. Awesome, thank you. Tell your friends. Anybody who's into coins, tell them to come check us out. Have a good night, all.